Hey peeps, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do August favorites. I haven't done product reviews in a while, and I have bought a few items. Took some time to test them out to make sure that I really like them. So I wanted to wear them a couple of times, and so I wanted to share them with you guys. They're definitely affordable. So if you're interested in seeing this whole video, be sure to continue watching. So I'm going to first take a sip of coffee. I know you guys, this is not a makeup product, but this is a really, really good mug. I wasn't planning to share it with you guys, but this is a Yeti cup. I think they sell these cups out everywhere now, but this is a little lid cover. It's like a lock basically, and so this actually keeps drinks cool or hot. I mean, I can pour it in and 2 hours later open it up and it will probably be the same temperature as I have left it. So really, really cool mugs. I'm not really sure how much they are. This was a gift from my in-laws, so I've been using it and I really, really love it, especially for my coffee. I really, really love hot drinks. So like tea or coffee is basically scalding hot, straight out of the pot, and then I have to heat up my creamer to pour it into my coffee so it doesn't cool it down. So I really enjoy hot drinks and I like to keep them, you know, hot. So this is a really, really good product. And I think this was purchased separately, but it's like a lid that goes around and then it closes like this, but it's like a rubber piece. I like it so it doesn't drip, but yeah, still like straight out of the pot. So good. Anyway, jumping into the products, I have seen a lot of beauty influencers use this foundation. This is by LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition, and when they applied it on their skin, it looked really, really like luminous. It had like a really good coverage, and so I was like, you know what, where can I find this thing? So I found it online, but I really didn't want to pay shipping, so not too long ago went to Ulta and found it. This is in color Fair. You know, the bottle, like the color in the bottle, it looks really dark, because usually for my skin, because it's more of a paler tone, I look at the color and I'm like, that just does not look like my color. But it does really, really well, and it gives you that warm glow instead of, you know, being too pale, because that's the problem that I have in selecting foundations, is sometimes they can look really pale and you would have to do, you know, lots of bronzing, lots of contouring. But for a foundation to apply and to look warm and without having to, you know, do all that contouring for it to completely equal out, I can't say that it's a perfect match. However, it does do really well. It's light. It's a medium to full coverage. I'm sure you can build up on it, but I do like 3 pumps and I put it all over my face. So this is all over my face. Actually, I'm wearing it today, and I really love how luminous it is. It's not sticky at all. I did set it with some Maybelline powder, but no foundation powder. But I'm sure that if I, you know, built it up and also used foundation powder, that it would be like a little bit of a heavier coverage. But I feel like one coverage, you know, does really, really well. So I really like it. The only thing that I can tell you is at Ulta, I'm not sure if they have actually a lot of colors. I think I only saw about 6 colors. So I don't know if there's a variety of colors. So I don't know, that might be a downside to it. However, I bought it. It's only $8, so you can't beat that for a foundation, because to find a really good foundation, you know, usually even drugstore products like Maybelline and L'Oreal, theirs is like $12, $13, $16, but this $8 HD High Definition, I'd say it competes with some of the high-end products up there. So definitely a good buy. This is something that I've been using, and you guys have seen me post this on Instagram. This is actually a blue mascara, and I know some people are kind of paranoid about using colored mascara, but I think it's so much fun. Again, I'm wearing it today. You might not be able to see it as much because I actually have, you know, a blue liner on, but when I wear black liner, it really shows, especially in the sun. And actually, gives my eyes a pop of color. I think this would be a great color for people that have, you know, brown eyes, because it will definitely make it pop more. But again, I mean, if you have blue eyes, I think it also will make it pop a lot more. I think every time I wore this, people were like, my gosh, your eye color is just amazing. And I think it really has to do with this being on my eyelashes, because it kind of gives it more of that blue color and kind of draws attention to it. So a really good buy. I think it was only $8. You can get it in any drugstore. And this was one of the newer products that came out not too long ago. This is something that Wet n Wild had, I think, for a while. This is when they kind of came out with this pastel line. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the tube. That's what it looks like. I have tried Wet n Wild liners, and I really like them. They're only $3. A lot of times you can go into a drugstore and they're usually on sale, like buy one, get one free. But this is the color, again, on my face, on my eyes. I love the pastel baby blue. It's such a beautiful color. I have a nail color like this, and every time I wear it, people are like, that's such an awesome color. So I really wanted to buy this. I actually am probably going to go to this drugstore and buy the other colors that they have. I think I saw like a really pretty green and a pretty yellow. You know, this will be a really cool thing to use whenever you're trying to create like really funky eyes or something graphic, or even face paints. It's kind of, you know, a fun way to create something like a drawing or something. Anyway, but I really like it. It stays on pretty much all day. It's not sticky. I mean, I'm touching it right now. It's completely dry. And my products, I don't like the waterproof #1, because I feel like they make my eyes water, and there's something that they put in them to stick on your skin stronger that makes my eyes a little bit more sensitive. So I don't like to wear that. Plus, I don't like to have to stand there and rub my face really hard at night when I wash my makeup off. So I want my product to stay on, but I want my product to also come off pretty easily. So you can kind of, I'm kind of picky when it comes to my products and what they actually have to do. But I mean, everybody's different. Everybody likes, you know, different things, and that's kind of my preference, and that's what I stick to. So you can see it dried. There's nothing there. So it dries pretty quickly. The only thing is when you apply it, I would probably suggest, you know, sitting like this for a little bit, making sure that everything gets wet, because once you do this right here or open your eyes, then it might reflect. And if you have some eyeshadow, then you'll have to, you know, start all over. I know some people are really like anal about creating this eyeshadow and build it up, and it takes them about 15 to 20 minutes to do one eye, and then, you know, something that you don't want to have is that eyeliner reflecting on top of that eyeshadow. Another thing I picked up at Ulta is this Allure brow palette. If you have seen my other tutorials, I've been really using just my powder, and I've been using black. So I really wanted to transition and start using dark brown instead of black, because black just kind of look clowny. There are days when I would get it right, and there are days when I would get it wrong, meaning like I apply it a little bit heavier than I wanted it to look, and so it kind of looked a little more clowny. So I was like, you know what, let me give, you know, this dark brown a try. So it comes on a palette like this, very pretty. It looks very, very luxe. It's like a navy color. It has like this engrafted into the little palette, and it's matte over here and like shiny over here. So you open it like this. It has a mirror, and then it has 3 colors. And what I like about this palette is that it has like a pomade, and then it has a powder, and then it has basically a brow bone like a matte powder, which I know some people like shimmer when it comes to defining their arch, and some people like matte. I like matte. I can always use my highlighter to, you know, highlight my brow bone, but what I like about it is that it had both of these. And I was kind of skeptical about using these, because I've told you guys before that I feel like you feel like they're waxy and greasy, and especially when it's hot, I feel like it clogs my pores. But I have tried this one for at least I'd say 4 to 5 times, and I really like it. I don't use this brush that they give you because it's too thick. I mean, I have to see if you guys can see how thick it is. Look how thick this is. That's just way too thick. I like my brushes something like this. This one is actually by BH Cosmetics. This is actually a liner brush, but you could see how thin this is, and so you're more precise. Using these kind of brushes will definitely give you something chunky, eyebrows, a non-defined, stenciled look. So definitely a no-no for this brush right here. And the bristles are just like, it feels like a cleaning brush. It's terrible. I think this palette would have been a biggest hit if they were able to do a very nice thin brush using like synthetic bristles. I like this, you know, for definition. I think some people would prefer a spoolie versus this. But yeah, I would have thought that this palette would have been, you know, out of the ballpark if they could get this brush correct, but they didn't. So I had to use a different angle brush, which is fine. You know, I had some. I used this one, and I start right here and I apply it this way and then brush it up. And so this is actually the pomade. You know, guys, that I've been using powders, and so when I go for more of a natural look, I stick with the powder, but this is dark brown and I feel like it looks really good. It doesn't make it look too dark or too light. It doesn't look clowny, and it doesn't look, you know, black. You know, you kind of live and you learn. And then of course I use my little brow definer. If I was a little bit more messy, I would have used my concealer, but this is kind of a really fun palette to have whenever you're traveling, so you don't have, you know, 50 other products laying around, because you have your powder if you're going for a more natural look, your pomade, and your little arch. So that's kind of a cool product. It was $14, I believe. But again, this is, you know, this will last you a long time because you really don't apply a lot of product onto your eyebrows. At least I don't, because I have, you know, quite a bit of hair in my eyebrows. Thank God. I'm blessed, I know. But this is something that I found, and I thought this would be a great thing to share with you guys. So be sure that you guys look into it. They have stencils, they have eyelashes, and again, I bought this at Ulta for a very reasonable price. What else can I show you guys? Oh, this is something, I'm not sure if I share this or not. This is something my sister got, but I really enjoy it. This is a sheer cover primer. I don't know why, you know, couldn't even think about it. But a lot of the primers that I've tried, what I don't like about it is that they make me itchy, and this one does not make me itchy. And with my larger pores right here, I especially love to apply it right here. I don't know where you can buy this, brand. Let me look it up real quick. Sheer cover. I'm sure you can buy it on their, you know, website. Okay, so it says sheercover.com is their website, and they really sell this stuff in packages, I guess. It's like $30, but again, my sister bought this for me, and I really like it, so I'm not sure if you guys wanted to look into it or not, but it's dermatologist tested. It minimizes the appearance of pores and fine wrinkles, so definitely a really good thing to wear before you apply your foundation. And it is made in Sydney, Australia, looks like, in UK. And I really love products made in UK. I don't know what it is. UK, France, Australia, New Zealand, any of those products, I feel like they really know what they're doing with their products. Just the texture, the consistency, the smell, the ingredients that they put in there, definitely more green conscious, and that's something that I really like. Another product I really like is this beauty blender. This is from Mikasa Beauty. I think it was, I'm not really sure what price it is, but I can tell you in just a minute. But this is called a lemon drop, and I really love how soft it is. You can see right here how, you know, pliable it is. A lot of these, if you buy them cheap, like a TJ Maxx, they're really stiff, and so they take on a lot of your product, and so you end up, you know, using a lot more product than you should because your sponge soaks in way too much. So this lemon brush or lemon sponge I like because you can use the bigger part to do your full face foundation, and then these corner ones to do under eyes, and then I do side to do the darker areas and blend it out. I mean, it blends it out really, really nicely. So this is one that I really like, and I also like one by Real Techniques. Really, really good price as well. So let's see. I'll give you guys my code. I do have a discount code for you guys. But they have really, really good brushes, and I bought several from there. And it is only $11, and I have, I think, 25% off for you guys. So if you wanted to order it, you can. That's what it looks like. Washes really, really well. You can use like a gel cleanser to wash it really well. But these are just some of the products that I've been using this past month, and these are some of my beauty product favorites. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. But as always, create culture and be you, and I will see you guys next time in my next video. Bye bye.